There. It's been a while since I've done a pajama revelation, and mostly because, I live in Florida in the Tampa area, and we had Hurricane Helene that took some of the shingles off my roof. Milton took even more. It was a rough time, right? For a lot of people, it still is. I got really sick before the hurricane. Then my sister, who was here taking care of my mother for me because I was supposed to be speaking at an event in South Carolina, she got really sick. And then my mother got really sick the day that we lost power. So it was kind of miserable in the Walther household, and struggled to have my quiet time. But I'm really glad that I did that once my fever broke and I was able to, think straight, sort of. I don't know. I know that's up for debate, right? Um, but I'm reminded of something that was in a book that I read, and I just want to share it with you. And it just says, remember that everyone you meet is afraid of something. Everyone you meet loves something, and everyone you meet has lost something. And I just feel that that's so real right now for so many, and I think it's a good place to to it's a good thing to have in the forefront of our minds, right? That even though you're going through something and I'm going through something, never lose the fact that somebody else is going through it too. And we have tunnel vision, right? We only think through the lens of our own selves and our own situations, and we come at people and we don't even realize that they're in the midst of stuff too. And I think this gives a lot of meaning towards that truth in the Bible that love has got to cover a multitude of sins. I think it's got to cover a multitude of faults and failures and lots of things that people do unintentionally, but they do them nonetheless, right? And we've just got to learn to cover people, just to remember that I'm going through stuff. So I gotta keep in mind that maybe they're going through something too, right? And that means that things aren't always perfect in my life and in my responses. So maybe things aren't always perfect in their lives and then their responses as well. And so just keeping that perspective, I think that will ground us, that will help us have grace for one another, that will help us to be merciful to one another, that will help us to treat people the way we want to be treated ourselves. We want people to extend grace to us. We've got to figure out how to extend that grace to other people. So again, just remembering that everyone that we meet is afraid of something. They love something. They've lost something. And hopefully that creates some level of empathy, some level of compassion, some level of, I don't know, just grace that we can give to one another. We need it more than ever right now. I know I need it. I'm sitting here with an ice pack on my back because I've got a herniated disc. I've never had that before. And I have compassion for anybody that's got constant pain because I don't generally have this nagging, gnawing kind of a pain. And I do right now. And I got to gut through everything and still do what I got to do with the pain. So for every one of you out there that struggles with ongoing, constant, chronic pain, may God's grace be strong in your life, because what you do in spite of the pain is its own miracle. So God bless you for all of that. And I know I'm kind of rambling here, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe my rambling means something to somebody. But anyways, be gracious to the people around you because they are going through something too. Yes, you're going through it. I'm going through it, but others are going through it too. And I hope our Christianity shows up, and it shows up in the form of grace for one another.